Okay guys, so we have here one of Robert Frost's most famous poems. Robert Frost is an American pastoralist poet working primarily in the modern period of American literature, a period from about 1930-ish for his time up into about the late 60s. Okay, this poem was popularized in the novel by S.E. Hinton, The Outsiders, which you're going to read in 8th grade, so I'm not going to give too much away for you. But this one is really nice. It's short, which is why I chose it, so that we can kind of look at the form of the poem, keeping in mind all of those elements that really help us to understand the meaning of a poem, because it tends to work more figuratively rather than novels or any other piece of writing, okay? So we have to really kind of play literary detective, reading between the lines, trying to infer meaning using a variety of devices, okay? So let's first listen to the poem, thinking about rhyme scheme. Not all poems have to rhyme, but this one obviously does, okay? So Frost writes, "Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaves of flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief. So dawn goes down to day, nothing gold can stay." Okay, so already we need to be thinking about the rhyme scheme of this. The way that we find the rhyme scheme is that we look at the last word of each line of the poem, okay, and we give it its own letter. So the first one is going to be gold. We're going to give that letter, or that word, the letter A. Okay, we go to the next line, looking at the last word in the next line, hold. Hold, gold, they rhyme. So we're gonna give it the same corresponding A. Okay, then we look at the next one. Flower, does flower rhyme with hold or gold? No. So we're gonna give it a new letter, B. Flower, hour, obviously, so we're going to give that one the letter B. And then we just go on down to the next one. Leaf doesn't rhyme with flower, hour, hold, or gold. So we're gonna give it the letter C. Grief, leaf, as we're starting to kind of predict the pattern here, okay, but just to double check it, because sometimes poets do throw in a wrench with their rhyme scheme and they break it up. This is obviously for an intended effect, okay, whether that effect is simply it sounds nice, very rhythmic, or because they're trying to emphasize a shift, a turning point in their poem and the meaning that they're trying to create. Okay, we'll talk about that in a little while when we look at a poem with a different form, a different rhyme scheme. Day doesn't rhyme with grief, leaf, hour, flower, hold, or gold, so we give it the letter D. And then stay and day obviously rhyme, okay? So the rhyme scheme of this poem, we could say, is A, B, B, C, C, D, D. We could also simply say that the rhyme scheme is written in couplets, okay? C-O-U-P-L-E-T-S, couple meaning two, okay? Because the rhymes tend to be clustered in groups of two, A, B, B, C, C, D, D, okay? Couples, couplets, you can simply say that. So the rhyme scheme is couplets, okay? It creates a kind of rhythm, a kind of melody as you're reading it. Think about what that does for the overall meaning of the poem, and go ahead and play the next video where we talk more in depth about the meaning of this poem.